Hey there, you're watching Go Island, and today we're talking about social media and the impact it can have during emergencies.
Aaron Vissia Financial Go Island is brought to you by Aaron Vissia Financial.
Well, hello there. You are watching Go Island. We are here once again in front of the river at the Orange Bridge, but we're not talking about the flood itself. We're talking about the response to the flooding, to the emergency that hit the Alberni Valley about a week ago and is still ongoing. And we thought we would focus today on the social media aspect of it, because I don't know if you were online on some of the Facebook pages and groups during last Wednesday night's rain event, but the response was overwhelming. And I'm here with one of the women who created one of those pages, Willow Prefontaine, who created the AV Chatterbox. Willow, that was such an exciting night.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. There was a lot of people wanting to help, a lot of people asking questions, and one woman reached out and created her own group to help these people. Me and my friends, we did our own thing, and so many other people gathered up their kids, family, friends. Restaurants donated food to help with making sandbags and placing the people who had disasters in their home.
So this sounds like what you might think is an ordinary volunteer group, but this wasn't an organization. This is just a group of people who were chatting in a chat room, who saw a need, who wanted to do something.
Yeah, it was pretty great. A lot of people had questions, a lot of people saw the need, and a lot of people just jumped off their couches and they went out and helped.
And you coordinated a lot of that.
I did some of it.
She did a lot of it. She did an awful lot of it.
Thank you.
Now, when you created AV Chatterbox 2 years ago?
Just over 2 years ago.
Did you know it was going to become this kind of a chat box? They talk about a lot of things, but that it would be serving the community in this way?
I actually created it more so for everything that wasn't on the garage sale page, for people to talk about things, give each other recommendations about different businesses and whatnot in town. And then we took to promoting small business, because that's always a challenge when you start your own business, just for things like that.
Wow. Well, it's grown into something so positive, so strong. Like, the response on last Wednesday night was overwhelming. So good for you. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, it is pretty amazing what Willow managed to do with one Facebook page, and our first story on Go Island today actually came out of that group. Kind of call it the Pizza Challenge. Well, hello again. You are still watching Go Island, but we have moved indoors. And I think it's kind of fitting, because we're talking about social media and the impact that it has during events like the rainfall, the flooding events the Alberni Valley went through last week. So we've moved inside with one of the women, Linda Fisher, who started a Facebook group specifically to help coordinate volunteers. Linda, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Linda, you started a Facebook group. What's it called?
Port Alberni Volunteer Aid and Info.
Why did you start it?
I started it mainly because of the flooding. There was people getting together in groups trying to find out, what can we do? So I thought, well, if I find out the information, get the facts, send people out that they needed people for sandbagging, they needed food for people. If we have a place to go where everybody, instead of asking on 20 sites, can go to 1 or 2 sites, find out what to do, where to go, what the need is at the moment, step by step. That's why I thought I'd start it.
And I know, because I was on social media that night and the days following. What was the impact? How did people receive it?
People started immediately. They joined right away. We had, right off the bat, we had about 113 people join, asking questions. What can we do? Where can we go? They had different ideas of what to help with. Ours is mainly labor work, and that's what we need, because there's lots of people out there doing baskets, filling needs for food. We're a different site.
A different site. And I know for Cottonwood Farm, which was one of the stories that Jenny Fortin did on Shaw, you coordinated a group to head out there.
Yes, we did. And we're still working there. We'll do a few more weekends. And she has a lot of wood that needs to be stacked, a lot of debris that needs to be taken away. And there's another farm down the road that we've also been helping with a blower, putting a blower in her cellar. She couldn't get in. So.
Wow. You know, there is so much more that we need to talk about. We're not finished with Linda yet, but we're going to head off to a couple of stories before we do that. In fact, if you haven't been at McLean Mill for a while, you really should head down, because there's been a lot going on. Well, welcome back. You are still watching Go Island. We are still here with Linda Fisher talking about her Facebook group that she started because of the flood that happened. And you know, when the cameras were off, we were talking a little bit about why Linda stepped forward, and she's got an amazing story.
A few years ago, I had a house fire and I lost most of my belongings. It was a difficult time, and when the flooding happened here, I thought about the people. People run right away to give food and clothes and to try and help in every way they can, which is wonderful. But there's also, when you've been through a devastation like that, there's a blur. You don't know where to turn, you don't know what to do next. You don't even feel like eating sometimes. Yeah. And so the labor part, that's what I'm trying to do with our site, is get people out there to help with the labor, the hard work. Because when you're in that situation, you just don't know who to ask for, you don't know where to turn. So if there's a site that they can run to and say, this is what we really need, that would help.
Wow. To me, this is the most powerful kind of giving, because Linda, you really know what folks are going through, but you also know what's needed, and you just stepped forward on your own volition to take this on.
People did the same for me.
Yeah. Wow.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. I can't think of anything more admirable than what Linda is doing. Paying it forward. It's a wonderful Christmas story. Well, that does bring us to the end of another Go Island. But you know, when the cameras were off, I was talking with Willow just a little bit. And Willow, you said something amazing about the power of giving and how it changes people.
It does. It's nice to receive, but it's also awesome to give. I see a lot of positive changes in a lot of people in this town just due to what has been happening lately. Lots of smiles on lots of faces.
Lots of smiles. And you also said it's not just about the flood.
It's not. It's a lot of people coming together for people that need assistance in other things, whether it's a material item or just a friend or just someone to talk to.
Aaron Vissia Financial Go Island is brought to you by Aaron Vissia Financial, supporting community and providing personalized advice and service to clients since 1996. Our team is ready to help you with your financial future.